Alrighty folks, welcome back. It's an ASOS, and I am on Blood and Bones 115, are we on? Yeah, 115. It's been a while since I put out an episode, as I'm sure some of you folks know, and a couple of you have reminded me of. I've tried to get in and record a few times, but quite honestly, I think this is the end of Season 2, folks. We've taken down the Withers, we've taken down the Ender Dragon, we've taken down some of the other mini-bosses. There is more stuff that can be done. There's more hardcore Ender expansion and all that, but you guys, a lot of you guys are ready for Blood and Bones 2.0, and so am I. So I'm going to leave you with a recap of everything we did this season. And I apologize a little bit for the length. I was hoping to make this, like a short 10, 15 minute thing. It didn't really work out, so it's kind of a full length episode, but it's the recap episode. So hope you guys enjoy it. It's the first time for me doing a video like this, and I'm not sure exactly how it's going to turn out and what you guys are going to think of it. So definitely leave me some comments. Still doing other series, and of course Blood and Bones 2.0 is on the way, or in progress, or in development or something. And you know what, maybe there's some other packs out that are interesting too. So give me I got a barrel hat. You like my barrel hat here? There it is. Perfect. Barrel hat. Alright, never mind. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you think there's some other interesting series maybe I should or packs I should work on, or series or mini series or whatever. Curious to hear what you guys are interested in, what you think is cool. And at any rate, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Here comes the recap. So I start on in Season 2 with a really nice map: forest, extreme hills, plains, snow, everything I could ever want. Really nice first day, everything goes well, until I get stuck in a cave, and a hungry zombie literally eats my pickaxe. As you can see here, he stole my pickaxe from me, lit me on fire, and I got stuck in the cave for a day. But eventually I got out, and we moved across the way, made a little dirt base just to get started with, give us a little bit of room to move. And at this point I was kind of out of food and trying to get back to hidey hole, but as you can see it's raining, and that caused a bit of a problem. Yeah, zombies, skeletons, giant skeletons, creepers, etc. were blocking my way out, so there was basically no way to get back to my first base, and I ended up going underground, tunneling underground, and basically just making a secure tunnel all the way back to the hidey hole. Next day, or day after, we had a visit from a Trent, and he was kind of trying to come in and see our base, but at this point I have no armor, no weapons, basically, and no way I'm going to kill that thing. So I decided to head out of the base a different direction, and I think, yeah, here we have a couple of creepers, well, a creeper, I think there was another one around. And then this happened. That's our first zombie invasion horde. Not invaders, but horde of zombies from Zombie Awareness mod. Here we go with the snowman. This is our renewable resource for making snowballs, and snowballs are great for making smoothies, which is an excellent early game food in this mod pack. So you just put that down, and you can just break the snow and get all the snowballs in the world if you're in the right biome. It won't work in some biomes like swamps and deserts and stuff. Next, of course, did a bunch of gathering, ended up making the smeltery inside the little dirt shack, started adding a few stone bricks in, just so that we can get a little bit better reinforcements. And then, of course, smeltery means we need to get lava. There is surface lava over here, but, of course, the Lycanite mobs, lobbers, have taken up residence in the lava and did not want me to come over. So after a little bit of running around and getting them out of there and kind of just pulling them away from that lava pit, I eventually did get in there, and I did get the lava out. But yeah, you don't want to mess with those guys pretty much at all. They light the world on fire. They throw lava at you, and especially early in. Oh, well, there was 3 of them there. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, let's see. Next, we came back, and oh, some chisel mining, I think. Yeah, so if you make the Tinker's Construct chisel, you can turn stone blocks into stone brick blocks, and then when you mine the stone brick blocks, you get stone bricks instead of cobblestone. Because in this pack, everything wants to break cobblestone. Further down that stairwell, we actually break into one of the roguelike dungeons. This is one of the early 1.1.1 roguelike dungeons with the mossy stone brick and the cracked stone brick and just the very early stuff. These were changed later, but at this point we could get in there and actually get tons of stone bricks as well as other things. So I go through here and break my way in, and we actually go in and capture a zombie spawner. So instead of breaking it, I light it up so it can't spawn. which again gets broken in a later version of the pack. At some point it was changed so that spawners ignore light levels, and you cannot do this anymore, but in 1.1.1.1 I could. So we have our very own little zombie spawner here, and I just left that up so I could come down and go grind and kill a bunch of monsters for XP if I wanted. Whew, okay, breathe. Alright, next up, after a bunch of mining and combining some metals together, we get Damascus Steel, and I make some decent armor, make a helmet and some boots, and we'll put these on, and we'll notice that the yellow hearts down below, the natural absorption hearts, start skyrocketing. That's excellent. We also want to use that Damascus Steel to upgrade the pickaxe, because Damascus is going to give us the next tier of mining levels once we boost it, and of course the sword as well, because Damascus is pretty good early game material for a sword. So we're going to pour off another sword blade and upgrade the sword and the pickaxe here. Now that I have some armor and a better sword, it's time to go down into the Roguelike Dungeon. And I did kind of like almost an entire episode on this, went running around this dungeon all over the place, and honestly didn't find a lot. There weren't very many monsters. Things weren't spawning quite right in this version of the pack for some reason. I forget why. So we're just going to skip that pretty quickly. Back to the base, you can see I've done some expansions. I started using the MFR, is it sludge? I think it's sludge. I always call it wither water because it actually gives anybody in it wither and helps kill the bad guys when they come up to our little base castle here. So that creeper's going to jump in and help us test, and that zombie we were just looking at a second ago, that guy in the corner, actually had 250 point health, I think, total. It took forever, but he finally did die. And here's another view of a little bit of an expansion on the base. Is it time? Oh yes, this is our first invasion portal. Still back on 1.1.1, I think. Oh yeah, definitely, because we get the lightning gas, which we'll see in just a second here. So it's time to run off and work on closing that portal. Here we go, coming through the forest, and yeah, that's the lightning gas. It's usually only in the nether, but in 1.1.1 it actually comes out of the hostile world invasion portal. And it's hitting me even while I'm back here standing on top of that tree. So that is some nasty stuff. This is the first time I've seen it, so I'm trying to check it out, see how the heck I can get way down in there. You can see way in the middle there's the portal. We want to get down there and actually break that portal. But yeah, it's kind of terrifying, and it's really not going to be easy to get in. So one thought was to pour some water, or well, actually one thought was to tunnel underneath, but as you can see there, the lightning is actually going straight through the ground. Another thought was, what if we put some water, or in this case, milk, just some fluid, in there? Does it replace and remove the gas? And the answer is no, not really. It does a little bit, but it doesn't make the gas flow and disappear, just a little bit at a time. And as you can see, it gives you blindness very quickly. Of course, the lightning hurts you. So at this point, you know what? It already broke my legs. My chest piece is almost broken, and we're just going to move on. We're going to leave it there for now. So here we're back down in the Roguelike Dungeon again, and I'm at a larger room way down on the bottom where it's actually nether brick and whatnot. And I don't even think there's a real problem at this point, but what actually happened is there are arrows coming through that lava that I had put up there, lighting them on fire, setting me on fire, and here comes my first death. Here it comes. I think everything's fine, no problem. I put the milk down, and no, you're dead. Sorry. Score 6. I can't read it on the little preview. 695? 6 something. Anyway, there's my first death of the season. Fortunately, pretty easy to get back downstairs and recover it. Then, next episode, it was time to go to the real nether, except there's a bit of a problem lighting the portal. For this pack, you actually have to have steel to make flint and steel. Iron doesn't work. So we had to find an alternate way to light the portal up. And there were a couple thoughts. One was these little ember charges that drop off of cinders and stuff, but no, that doesn't work. The other option that did work is the what are they again? All right, come on. I'm talking ahead of myself apparently here. The other option was the fire charge. There it is. So we can make these fire charges, or some of like the fire zombies and stuff like that actually drop these guys. And this is just basically a single-use flint and steel, so that definitely works. It lights the portal for us, and off we go into the nether, which is a terrible and horrifying place in this pack. It is not a fun place at all. But fortunately, I end up with a pretty good nether spawn. Not a lot of bad stuff around to try to kill me right off the bat. So I guess I'm just reviewing some of the stuff I'm bringing. Oh yeah, I've got the snow blocks, which are nice. You use stone and snow, and you can get, I think it was like 16. I forget, 16 snow blocks for 4 stone plus some snowballs or something like that. So it's a good way to make some different blocks and more of them. All right, here we are in the Nether, all nice and secluded, no big open areas. And it turns out, at this point I don't realize it yet, but it turns out I'm very low. The Y coordinate is 30-ish. I need a bigger preview here. I can't quite see. Like 20 or 30. So we're actually under the huge lakes of lava that you normally see in the Nether. And yeah, that turns out to be a thing. Anyway, we had a trite pop in there, so we're going to want to just block this off so that other trites and belts and stuff don't come through the portal and try to kill us while I'm getting kind of situated and getting ready to go. Yep, it looks secure. We can move on now. Apparently I wanted to secure it a little extra there. Alright, so that's it for just the basic nether spawn. Alright, and we're back in the overworld working on the smeltery. It's time to do shadow steel upgrades. Shadow steel takes shadow iron and lemurite out of the nether and is an excellent material for a sword, well, for weapons, and for the next tier on the pickaxe. So we're going to pour off a shadow steel sword blade, and then we're going to pour off a nice new pickaxe head, and it'll be time to move on to the next tier of mining, which there are many tiers in this pack. Just a little bit showing kind of some of the updates. I've done quite a bit of work since we last looked around the base. Added more farming, added the cows, added that second story upstairs with those snow bricks, etc. And then inside here, of course, expanded that out a bit, added the wither water so we can block any mobs getting up from downstairs, and made that smeltery double high. Back to the nether for some more mining, and this is my first time finding my way out of the nether. I spent probably 2 episodes or 2 halves of episodes on camera trying to dig around and find a way out, and a lot of time off camera. And we're going to see why I couldn't find a way out in just a second here. On the right here, this is the lava lake that's right over top of the portal. Well, after we get rid of the trite, and I'm hearing tons and tons of bad things around me right now, which is why I'm looking around trying to figure out what's about to kill me. Alright, let's get out of the hole. There we go. That lake of lava right there, the portal is right underneath the middle of that thing. So that's why every direction I dug, every time I tried to go up, I ended up running into lava, which was all sorts of fun. But anyway, we'll go around here a little bit, and not much longer later, the cacodemons come out. I think there ended up being 2 or maybe even 3 of them. And I was going to get up here and try to shoot them, but this really didn't work out very well. There you can see there's 3 of those big energy ball things coming at me, and those shoot off a bunch of little sparks. And I don't even notice it at this point, but if you look at my health bar, all of my absorption hearts are gone, and my red hearts, oh, there we go, 1.5 hearts left, and I definitely notice it at this point. So it's time to go and just kind of hide over here and regen for a little bit, because, again, the nether is terrible. Yeah, let's just heal up and then move on. Oh, back to the base, and I moved the smeltery. It's on the my right hand right now, behind me now, and it made so much more room in here by just kind of moving that off to a corner instead of having it right in the middle. So that's some good stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and I added the micro-blocked extra utilities glass for ceilings, because we kept having ramabras and manticores and flying junk come in and try to kill us. And there was, at one point, there was a tarantula, I think, jumped over the wall and tried to come in. So I went ahead and just sealed all this off, and it has to be a transparent block so that the crops will still grow. Oh, okay, here we go. This block is missing. That looks bad. This is our first set of real invaders, and there they are. Now, the wither water didn't just straight up kill them, but it did kind of slow them down, confuse them a bit, and made it pretty easy to take them out. Is there more? I think there's more. Yeah, there's another guy there. And I think the miner actually made his way in. Yep, there he is. So there's the miner. He actually did get into the base, but he didn't get very far. Fortunately, I was there. Well, I guess they always come after you anyway. So if I hadn't have been there, then they probably would have followed me wherever the heck I was. But that's the first set of invaders. Took them out all right. No big deal. A little bit of damage to the base. And we're going to upgrade the defenses shortly to deal with that. Alright, next tier of pickaxe is Enolishite. And I don't remember off the top of my head what this takes, but it is another alloy, I believe. Had to do a bunch more digging, a bunch more leveling of the pickaxe. And here we can see putting on the new head, going from mining speed 16, 1500 durability, shadow steel boosted to, put it back on, here we go, to mining speed 20, 1650 durability, and still shadow steel, but now we can boost it again to the next mining level. Tiers and tiers and more tiers of mining levels. That's the name of Blood and Bones to 1.x at least. We'll see what 2.x becomes. Okay, so those invaders have made me decide it is time to go and close this portal, and it's not an easy prospect, but I did come up with a way to do this that's not just pure suiciding. One option is you can just build right on top of it, jump down with a water stream, and close it quickly before you die, and then just basically suicide. But I decided I want to do something else. So I built a whole platform up here, and we're going to put water all over the place up here, and then dig out all the blocks under that. And all that water is going to flow straight down and make a big area in the middle that's just water and not the lightning gas. Now there's still lightning gas around it, doesn't really get rid of it totally, but it gives us a place to go. And I've got my door. It's kind of like bring your towel, right? No, in this case, bring your door because the door is going to create an air pocket once I get down here on top of the portal and give me a place to take a breath so that I won't die from drowning down here. I guess you could also get a water breathing potion if you want to do it that way, but here we go. Take a breath. And this version, we could still break the portal just by pouring liquid in it and then get the heck back out because you can see I am taking quite a bit of damage and the lightning gas is still hurting me, but we did it. We did it. We closed the portal. Um, so that was pretty cool. I think that was. I wasn't sure that was going to work out so well, but it did. So we're good. Oh, and a celebrated achievement. This is something normally you'd get done on like day 2, maybe day 3 of a normal pack. No, this is like, I don't know, day 50. And I finally have some machines. I've got a pulverizer, a furnace, a steam dynamo, an energy cell, and I think there's a water collector, weather collector up there too. Oh, time for the next update. What do we got? Oh, Manulian, or Manulin, or however you like to say that. So we're going to go from 1650-20 at Sanguinite level 2, 2400, 22 speed, still Sanguinite level, but of course ready to be boosted. And the boost takes more and more and more every single time. We'll get into that real shortly here. So since the boost takes so much, I kind of came up with a new mining method, at least for me in the Nether. You basically just make yourself a path, and then just off each side of the path, you just hold down the button and explode it. And we can see here I got like 4.5% on that, so it's going to take a long time, but we'll get there. Oh wow, already into the next portal. So another portal opened. This is a newer version of the pack, and in this version we had corrosive gas, I think it is, or nitrous. Anyway, a different type of gas, but it actually is right on the edge of the gas from the first portal. So I just got in there and got that one closed out as well. And even though I had closed that out, look at this. We got invaders later on. No, I think a third portal had opened at this point. I'd have to go look, or maybe we'll show it on the video here in a second. But as you can see, I've made obsidian turrets, and I upgraded those guys with gunpowder, so they do explosive damage, little AOE damage, and that did a good job taking out those little guys there. What are we doing now? Oh, dream time. So the next stage is we need to go to the spirit world from witchery to get the fantasy metals, and you have to brew a potion of sleeping. We did that, and we're in the dream world, and it's terrible. It's dark and spooky, and there's a nightmare down there trying to kill us. So lots and lots of running ensues. And let's see, yeah, there we go. Put on the glowing needle so we can actually see something. Lots of running away, trying not to get killed by this guy ensues, but eventually he does kill us in our dream, and we return back to the overworld. The good news is, after going back and forth a while and getting some good dreams, here's the spirit world in a good dream. I get a nice little base set up. We got some witchery stuff going on. We got the ender chest, which is the way to move materials back and forth from overworld to spirit world. And now it's time for the black steel upgrade. So even more durability, even higher mining speed. And again, Manulian's level again, but now we can boost it. And here we can see now it's going to take 6,000 XP, or 6,000 blocks, to boost that thing to the next level, which is Hatterath. And there's the Hatterath upgrade. And now it's going to take, come on, let's look at it. Yeah, 3,032 speed. Here we go. 9,378 blocks to boost to the next level. So we've gone from a few blocks to a few thousand blocks to almost 10,000 blocks. Oh dear. Never play with the brutish anything. But a brutish zombie pigman in particular is a bad idea. Yeah, he killed me, and then I came back. Here's all my stuff. There he is. He's picked up my armor. He's wearing my armor, the jerk. He made a friend with that trait, and he's still got 3 health. I mean, 3 health. Come on, it can't be that hard to kill him. I kill him, he gets a hit in on me, and then the wither from the trait kills me again. But we're clear, so I run back, get all the stuff, and fine. And now it's time to update to yet the next level. Durability 6,000, mining speed 34, adamantine level, ready to boost for 13,000 blocks. Oh. Alright, enough boosting XP things. It's off into the hostile worlds portal to stop these zombie invaders once and for all. Here is the block wielder. He is the hardcore and Hostile World's boss, and he is bad news. But after a long drawn-out fight running around, I do kill him, and I claim his particle glove, which we take back to the overworld, charge it up with some redstone, and then we use it to close the portal, because this is the only way you're actually supposed to be able to close the portal, and the bug or issue of being able to close it with a water bucket was patched and fixed, and that's the only way to do it now. Alright, and on to some witchery. It is time to craft the flying broom. We have a broom in there, we have flying ointment, we've got a whole circle magic thing going on, an altar and magic power and all sorts of great stuff. And now I have created a flying broom, because every witch with a wish to want to be a witch, whatever, everybody needs a flying broom, and especially in Blood and Bones, the ability to fly is pretty amazing, which leads me to immediately fly out of the base in the middle of the night and go for a little bit of a flight around outside my base, which going outside the base at night normally is a horrible idea, but here you go. Sorry for the rain and the terrible quality of the video right there, but I did it in the nighttime because I was kind of excited. Oh, you have to do the ritual at night, and I was kind of excited about it, so I just jumped right out. And then I took the broom out to the nether. I needed to get some nether gas tiers and some other stuff. Cool to be able to fly around and see things from above. Almost immediately, I find there are some issues. You can get your head stuck in walls, which hurts. The little flying skulls fly around, and I'm still not sure if they knocked me off the broom or if I somehow hit shift and knocked myself off the broom, but they explode and I fall off the broom a couple of times. Fortunately, I had fire resist potions and the lava didn't kill me. But the ghast wanted to come and play. The little mini ghast I wasn't too worried about, but just give it a second and you'll see the other ghast. There's another one. Where is he? Where is he? I'm hearing him. Where is he? Come on, ghast. Where are you? There's a bad. Oh, there he is. See that? Look at the look on his face. The unholy ghast. Those things only hit in melee, but they hit super hard. Alright, back to the base, and I have made a cinder spawning room with a grinder, a couple of survivalist generators, a dynamic liquid tank to store the mob essence, and then I'm piping that mob essence upstairs for my auto anvil, auto enchanter, auto disenchanter plans. I think I only ever used the auto anvil for repairing things. But this makes a good amount of mob essence, and honestly, if you change those out for reactant dynamos, it makes a lot of power too. Okay, another way to fly is blood magic. We're going to do a feather for flight, and a empty, binding agent, and an empty potion flask. We're going to put those guys together with a little bit of life points from sacrificing blood into the altar behind me, and we're going to come up with a basic flight potion. It's got 8 swigs, and each one lasts for a minute, which isn't great. So first thing we can do is actually just upgrade that. We're going to do the flask, a little lengthening crystal, and we're going to tell it to lengthen the flight by telling it with a feather, and now we get, I think, 2 minute 40 seconds? Yeah. So we more than doubled the amount of flight on that, and that ends up being really good. Here we go, just for a little test run. Get a little view of the area around the base in the daytime instead of the middle of the night while it was raining, like on the witchery broom. So the witchery broom turns out to be really nice for going long distances and pretty fast, but it's not very controllable. So this blood magic potion is really good for more of a creative style flight. Alright, so another thing we do with blood magic is a bunch of sigils. And this is, okay, so that's the divination one that tells me how much I have. This is the air one, lets me gust my way around. I don't exactly fly, I just kind of burst my way forward. So it's sort of flight. And as you can see on the right, I've got water breathing, fire resistance, and I also have something so I don't get hurt if I fall. And that's one of the other sigils. So sigils are cool, and there's the blood magic rune in the background. We also have blood lights, which are ranged lights, and they don't get griefed, which is something very unique for any lighting source in this mod pack. Probably wasn't even intended, but it's there. Alright, my first attempt to kill the Wither. You can see I've got the particle glove on. I've got a bunch of particles going around me, and I'm saying, I don't know if these particles are really going to help much or not, but we'll have them on. Turns out that's what actually saves the day. So here we go, we spawn him in, fly around for a while, fight him, and we get to the end, and he's almost dead, I'm almost dead. I swing at him, I die right here, and a second later, half a second later, he dies. And what ended up killing him was one of those redstone particles from the particle glove. So I actually died before he died, and if I hadn't had those particles up, would not have killed him that time, and we would have had some troubles. Anyway, that one was just kind of for funsies out in the open. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. So here we move him into a cave and kind of control him a little bit better. He actually blows up a lot of blocks here and makes it really tough to get up to him in a second. The other thing is I took my backpack off, and he's blowing stuff up, so cobble's falling on the ground. And as you guys may probably know, you get slow in this pack if you pick up things. You see my weight in the upper right corners right now is 49. It makes you slow and it makes it hard to jump, and I was having a devil of a time getting up to this guy, even with the water on the particle above. But we do get up there. We get a hold of him, and down he goes. We drink the milk bottle. Drink the milk bottle. There we go. To get the wither off, and we're in good shape. So much better than the first time. Here's another one. I reinforced the cave a bit so he can't make as big of a mess. And I also have on my backpack, now you can see my weight is 3, and it's much easier to move. We take him down pretty darn quickly. I think I drink up. Yep, there we go. And we've got plenty of yellow hearts and everything left. So we actually did that one more time off camera, and that gives us enough nether stars, yes, nether stars, to create the end portal frame. Because there are no strongholds in this pack, you have to actually create your own end portal, and to do that you need nether stars. So that was the real reason to go fight the wither in the first place. Other than, obviously, you can make beacons and other stuff. But to make progression in the pack, this is what we needed in order to make the portal and get ourselves into the end. Alright, adding the Eyes of Ender, and add it. There we go. We've created the end portal, which of course means Ender Dragon time. But of course, everything in Blood and Bones is difficult. So we have hardcore Ender, and the dragon shows up, gives me a nice warm greeting right away, shows us that it can break blocks right away, and yeah, wow. Anyway, after some scouting, running around, I did die in there just from the scouting mission. But I come back fully equipped with all my gear, all my healing stuff. You can see him just see the dragon just knocking towers down. Here it's doing some kind of a dive where it actually dives right through the island you're on and breaks a whole bunch of blocks. So if you weren't flying, you'd probably just fall to your death right there. So that's not good. Here's all sorts of fireballs throwing fire at me. It turned out to be quite a fight, very long. The dragon has a lot more abilities than in vanilla, but pretty entertaining. There was some lag, especially when it does a charge and the big fire swarm thing. Oh yeah, here's some more stuff. We got vampire bats that actually, when they hit you, they heal up the dragon. So that was a lot of fun and excitement. Oh, this is late in it. My night vision potion is off. The dragon's almost dead, but just throwing everything that she can at me to stop me from killing her. So the vampire bats are trying to hurt me, and she circles around. I think we get some more fire here in a second. Oh yeah, she bites me, and there's blindness and nausea and poison. And I guess I don't get it right there, but trust me, that was something. And you might notice I have my sword out because I ran out of arrows because I'm a dork and didn't bring enough. Oh, there we go. There's the blindness, the nausea, the poison, the fire, everything. But I get that last swipe in with the sword, and we actually take out the hardcore Ender Dragon. That was a good fight. That was a crazy fight. But with flight and some fire resistance potions and some healing potions and some other stuff, ended up being able to power through that and get it done. So it is possible. It just takes a lot of work and you know, a lot of progression to get to the point where you can get there and actually do the fight. But that was a great time. Alright, so after the dragon, there is a whole bunch of other hardcore Ender stuff. Here is one of the obsidian towers, and we take a peek in here, and we find out it has angry Enderman spawners. And I go in and I try to break those, and I find out I have to upgrade my pickaxe again. So I grab some of the end metals. What are they? Meotite and Examite. And we update this guy. It's now mining speed 40, which is crazy, but it's going to take 21,000 XP to boost that. So that leads me to creating this thing. This is my auto leveling system, which, you know, auto leveling tools kind of seems a little cheaty, but this one actually requires Dragon Essence. You have to have Dragon Essence to make that autonomous activator because the pack has good progression built into it. So you can't just do that right off the bat. But anyway, we get this done. We get the pickaxe upgraded, and I come back, and I am able to break those and get into the tower and steal all their loots. The one thing I will note, if you saw, there is silk touch on that pickaxe. That was a horrible idea. We need a regular pickaxe for that. But anyway, on to Nabor the Ender Eye, or actually just the Ender Eye. There's a bunch of Ender Eyes, all with their own names. And he does lots of bad things. He charges, he blinds you, he shoots lasers out of the sky, but eventually we take him down. And once again, flight is a fantastic idea here, or he'll knock you off the edge. Let's see. And this is a very difficult to see picture of, well, that was the infested forest biome, and hardcore ender biome, and this is on the burning island biome. And I'm trying to shoot that fire golem, and that was a really bad idea. Even though I have fire resistance on, he's basically shooting like gassed fireballs at me and knocking me over. Well, he was trying to knock me off the edge, pretty sure. So I decided that's a whole bunch of nope and get the heck out of there. The last biome, third and last biome, is the enchanted Enchanted something. Enchanted biome here, which is actually not bad until you find out that these little baby Endermen will actually steal your equipment right off your back. If you notice, I don't have a pickaxe right now. That little guy stole my... Well, he just stole Ender Pearls. We saw them just fall on the ground. And killing those guys brings their parents around. So that was kind of a bad idea. But anyway, I'm trying to get my pickaxe back because he stole my Desicalcos, whatever it is, legendary, or actually it's Eyamaz level pickaxe, and there is no way he's keeping that from me. So there it is. Get my pickaxe after the angry Enderman gets out of the way, and make it out of there. Finally, we find the Enderman's storage room. This is where they take all the stuff that they bring back from the overworld. Look at that. They got TNT and pumpkins and melons, and that guy right there, he's standing there holding a pumpkin just laughing at us. I love the storage room under the island. That was a pretty cool trick. Alright, wow. That was a lot of stuff this season. I think, I kind of feel like I did pretty well. I conquered the game. I mean, I didn't go through and make the whole applied energistic system and clear out all my storage and do the, now that I've beaten the game stuff, but honestly, we beat all the bosses, well, most all the bosses. We beat all the primary bosses and did all the hard stuff, so I feel like it's a pretty good series. I hope you guys did too. As with most of my... I shouldn't say most, I'm still kind of new to this. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and provide you guys with a world download. This is, if I got the number right, I should double check. I think this is episode 59. At any rate, it is the finale. Here's all my gear that I normally would have on my body. Have on in these chests for you. And again, the spawn is not very far away. So just go over to 200. If you spawn in the default spawning place, and you can get to my base real easily, grab a couple pieces of dirt, climb over the wall, and you should be good to go. So hope you guys enjoyed the series. I really had a lot of fun making it, and looking forward to coming back for the next season. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.